How you guys doing? We're back for another edition of the Daily Bread. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm only going to take a couple of questions because the questions are so deep. You know, I want to give it the fair amount of attention and detail. Again, make sure your questions are nice and short so I can try to fit them in the mailbag so I can get more people in. All right, we're going to start off with Richard Matthews. He says, Bread, any thoughts or takes on Derrick James Spence situation? Great question, nice and short, the way I like it. So let's go. My thoughts on the Derrick James Errol Spence situation is it's very unfortunate. I know Derrick and Earl both, and it's just a shame that things didn't work out for them, you know, so they could, you know, finish the duration of Spence's career. But things happen in boxing, and this is a business. Everybody has to understand it's a business first, and it's a business that's predicated on the success of a fighter. You know, so my take is going to be a little different. I don't want to get into who's wrong or right because I honestly don't know. I just know there's a lawsuit, and you know, obviously it's over money, but I don't know who's right or wrong, so I don't want to speak on that. I don't even know the outcome of the lawsuit, to be honest with you. But I did see the interviews, and I thought they were very deep. You know, starting with Earl, as a father, I have a lot of empathy and sympathy for Earl when he said he sacrificed himself for his family's future. That was deep, and that's what men do. We sacrifice ourselves for our family. Sometimes our kids and our immediate family members, they don't even know what we go through so they can live a better life. And that really touched me when Earl said that he was willing to sacrifice himself, knowing that he wasn't 100% going into the fight, but he was still willing to do it, you know, so pretty much so his kids won't have anything to worry about for the rest of their lives. That was a deep, deep, deep comment, and I understand it. You know, we do, as men, we do a lot of things that our kids, our wives, our girlfriends, our mothers, brothers and sisters, they have no idea what we've done. You know, so and what we're willing to do so they can live a good life. That was a very, very deep comment. During the interview, I noticed Earl said he didn't get any sparring for maybe 5 or 6 weeks, but he also said he was injured. So that part confused me. I'm not sure whether he was saying he didn't get sparring before he was injured or after he was injured, because if it was after, he wouldn't have been sparring anyway because of the injury. So I don't like to comment on things that confuse me. I'm not sure what he meant by that, because the way I took it is he couldn't spar because he had a rib injury, but I could be wrong about that. You know, I also noticed that during the interview, Andre Ward kind of said, you know, well, who's responsible for getting the sparring?